Good. Eckart,
Right.
one daily
To
to do.
attention.
What should a founder do on a daily basis to keep going?
What you can do and should do every day is when you get out of bed, ask yourself, what am I going to do today?
Hmm.
What am I going to tackle first? What are the most important things that I need to tackle? Now, this is common sense. You can read it in literally every book about entrepreneurship, but it is so goddamn hard to do it because you get distracted. You get emails, you get this, you get that. And what helps is to reiterate your whys. So, why the hell are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing it to create a nice website? No. You're creating it to build a product that solves a problem for real people who have that problem and who are hopefully willing to pay you. And what do you have to do to get there? And what is the critical path to get there? And what is it what you should be doing first today to actually bring you closer to that goal? Many people produce, and me included, right? I mean, I'm nowhere near perfect in that regard, and in many other regards either, unfortunately. So, but many people produce a lot of output instead of outcome. So we do busy work. We answer emails. We do this, we do that. And what we should be doing is double down on the things that really move the needle. It is super hard sometimes it's super hard to tell the one from the other, and it is super hard to ignore the others. And you should probably not ignore them, but do the most important things first, do the most pressing things first, and ideally do the most pressing important things first. I mean, you all know the quadrant with important, not important, urgent, not urgent. And then if it's not important, if it's not urgent, bad. If it's not urgent, not important, then just don't do it at all. Do the most important and urgent. But that's pretty hard to get right. And you should remind yourself every morning, every day, why am I doing this? And what moves the needle today to get me closer to that goal?
That's an interesting answer because I think inherently in the keep going, it says also that there's going to be tough times. But your answer is on do the needle moving activities. But I like it because it's sort of things that are in motion stay in motion, right? And if you do needle moving activities, you get motion, and then you can stay in motion. So in that sense, it's very precisely linked to the keep going. You have started the wheel with the needle moving activities, and then that will propel you forward. If you do no needle moving activities, nothing happens, and you will get sad, and then when you ask, how can I keep going? So I love your
Yeah, actually, you know what? And you were touching on motion. You create motion. Yes, you want to create motion. And the beautiful thing is, what relates back to your question to keep going is that motion creates emotion. And without emotion, we can't keep going.
yeah.
At least I can't. I'm not a robot. Oh, that will change in future, actually. Nice. We can't keep going without emotion because all the work is going to be done by robots anyway, right?
Let's
Amazing.
see
Now,
about
anyway, I need emotion.
let's go into the hard days. Let's say you're doing the best that you can. You're having this. You're keeping things in motion, but then suddenly, it comes to a halt. It's not in motion anymore. You don't know what to do, and it feels like you feel like giving up.
Oh, you are describing my daily routine. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Whiskey helps a lot.
No, come on. Yeah, yeah. What do you do if you feel like it doesn't make any sense? You want to quit.
Okay, those days are particularly bad. Yes, but we all have them. Well, reiterate your why. So in my case, I want to help doctors. Okay. So, and my mother used to be a doctor. I was married to a doctor. Half of my friends are doctors, and I just love the medical profession. Before that, I was learning how to play the guitar and decided that I wanted to create some solution that would, teach other people how to play the guitar, solve my own problem, scratch my own itch. And if you think about why you're doing those things, you can take a lot of pain. if you are passionate about the problem and if you're passionate about the people and if you're not just in for the money, which is a bad idea anyway if you want to start a startup. Money should not be the driver. Can't be. Um, so yeah, it boils down to the why. Why are you doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I getting out of bed? And make sure you enjoy the work. Even if you're stuck, even if nothing moves, you can still, and then sometimes it's great to have busy work. It's amazing. It takes your mind off the pain. You do busy work. You feel somewhat productive. You kind of know it doesn't move the needle. You can't think of anything better. But you know what? Then you do all the things that are busy work. And often busy work can also be a lot of fun. Um, Even if it doesn't move the needle, it can be fun. I mean, you always wanted to refactor this class or rewrite this document or write a blog post about whatever, and it might move the needle or it might not. But you know what? You at least enjoy doing it. And that is so important. It's like, eating. Now, I want to say it's eating chocolate when you're down. That's probably a bad comparison. But then it uses endorphins. So maybe the comparison is not that bad after all, although chocolate is probably not healthy for you, whereas writing a blog post has never harmed anyone as far as I remember. So anyway, those things I do when I'm in a stuck position, but that is more like a band-aid. If I'm stuck and I'm down, well then if I got that far down the rabbit hole, what I do is I go for a walk. I talk to people. I seek connection to my co-founders. We talk about those things all the time. I listen to music. I go running, whatever. Something to channel to refocus my energy,
Yeah.
to somewhat distract myself, but then allow my subconscious to get inspired again and to return to a higher energy level. It's probably not a very good description, but those things are what I do.
Yeah, but it matches very well with your other answer. Again, it's again about motion and not sitting there and going deeper and dwelling into your sad emotion, but do some busy work, meet some people, reflect on it, have some kind of activity um, that can help you out instead of marinating.
Marinating, yeah, marinating in your own soup of pain.
Yeah,
Nice, in your own salsa of pain.
yeah.
What is pain in Spanish? Salsa de whatever. But that would be funny. Okay, salsa of pain. Yeah, marinating is a bad idea. Although you can, and you probably should, regularly ask yourself, why am I stuck? So if you're stuck in your code and you can't get that problem solved, well, I mean, screw it. That's just a technicality. You'll solve it eventually. Ask for help. Use even more AI than you're already using. I mean, whatever. But if you are stuck in terms of you're not finding new customers, whatever you do, you don't find new customers. Marketing. You're doing marketing and nothing works. And you're just wasting money and time. You're not getting anywhere. Um, then it's probably a good time to use that pain to get to the bottom of things. Do you tackle the right problem? Is there a problem after all? Are you building a solution that is looking for a problem? Is your marketing strategy flawed in terms of is it are you following the right marketing strategy to begin with? Or did you think that something should work and now you're stubbornly trying to make it work instead of pivoting and trying something else? So, I mean, those moments are critically important to use for your own benefit. So don't make the mistake of only eating chocolate to distract yourself. Sometimes that's good, but often just take the opportunity and think deeply about where the hell you're going. Are you on the right path? You have, as an entrepreneur, every day you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? And am I on the right path? And am I tackling the right problems in the right way? And if you're feeling depressed because you're not getting anywhere, then get to the bottom of things. Why? And sometimes, I mean, B2B sales in the medical environment or happy birthday. I mean, you're talking to people. And unlike Americans who are at least pretending to be interested and get excited easily, well, the Germans are quite the opposite. And so on top of super long, difficult sales processes, you get grumpy people. Oh, that doesn't help. So um, ask yourself, is that what I want to do? Is that leading somewhere, or am I barking up the wrong tree? I mean, all of those questions, use any opportunity to question what you're doing, but not doubt yourself. Question what you're doing, analyze what you're doing, and trying to come up with answers. Don't doubt yourself as in, oh, I'm not good enough and this is not getting anywhere. We're doomed. I mean, yeah, you cannot avoid having those thoughts, but don't dwell on those. So don't marinate in those. Use it to constructively analyze the problem and find answers. Great advice, right? And everything that I say is so original, has never been thought before. Amazing. So impressed by myself.
I think this is an important topic to speak about because being an entrepreneur is an emotional roller coaster, right? And having some kind of framework or strategy on when to dwell into what is helpful. So I really like your advice on try to stay in motion so that you stay in motion, right? And then maybe that I don't. You said on a daily basis. I like to. I actually disagree with you on that. The daily basis, you should ask yourself if you're on the right path, if you're doing the right thing, if you're doing so. So I think you should choose strategic points where to think about that. Because if you question your strategy on a daily basis, there's also the danger of paralyzing yourself, don't you think?
Are you disagreeing with me?
Yeah.
Seriously? You're disagreeing with me here on this video? Come on, seriously? You're embarrassing me. No, of course you're right. You can't get out of bed and ask yourself, oh my God, am I on the right track? Am I doing the right things? And you're totally right. Of course, you should do that when you have a reason to do that. If everything around you is just flying and you're making great progress and great stride, then by all means enjoy it and keep the momentum. Um, just make sure that you don't run off the wrong run down the wrong path with all the success, not realizing that it doesn't bring you closer to your actual goal because something is working, it might still be the wrong path, right? But of course, I know exactly what you're referring to, sitting there and contemplating about everything all the time. Of course, that's stupid. So pick your battles, but just be aware that even though something might be working well, it might still be the wrong path. So this all comes together. Just monitor yourself and
Yeah.
reflect on it, but don't sit down and question everything all the time. So yeah, you're totally right to point that out. Thank you.
Excellent, Eckart. To keep going, get some motion started. The objects that are in motion stay in motion. So that's the best strategy for you. And by all means, take the time to analyze what is actually going on in strategic times. Otherwise, just get that wheel rolling.
Right, but to that is that is easily said, but
Yeah.
to make it very practical and very tangible,
Yeah.
get out of bed, be clear about the why, and
Yes.
then ask yourself, what brings me closer to my goal? What moves the needle today? What should I tackle first? And if you
Wonderful.
do that, that keeps you in motion.
Wonderful. Good. Get the needle moving activities started, and then you will be
Great.
on the right path.
Right. I have to
Excellent.
have the last word.
Yeah. Well, you have it here. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Thank you,
Very good.
Eka.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye bye.